Today is Tuesday, April 24th, 2012, and this is the Pastel Pony Podcast. I'm your host, Vos de Sueños. And a very special shout out to my little brother, Eric, who is 22 today. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope it's a wonderful one. So, I want to start by saying, first of all, as I have said for the past few weeks, we are switching to every other week for the fanfic readings. This also means a rise in artwork, so if you enjoy artwork, there has been more. I actually have time to work on it now, and it makes me so happy, I can't even tell you. I also may be doing voice work for other projects, although most of them are not ponies, so I can't really say much about those right now, but we'll see. In addition to that, at the insistence of some people I trust quite a bit, I am actually going to hold off on reviewing the season finale until next week. I want a chance to let it sink in, both that the season is over and just that episode was really, really amazing. So I think that I'll give you a better review if I wait a week and watch it again right before I do the podcast next week. Next week, by the way, finally feeling better. So much better. I still have a cough that won't go away, but it's not bothering me much. And I got Past Sins 12 recorded. Past Sins 12 next week. On to other things. I am also planning on doing a Season 2 overall review after I've had a chance to rewatch all the episodes. Although, I'm going to do my best to get Mobius, Osiath, Mazza, and maybe one or two other people involved in this. And if that's the case, I'm not sure when we'll be doing it. But I know that a couple of you talk to me on Skype and other places, and if you do, and you want to be in on this, let me know. And we'll try to work out a time that works well for other people, other than just me. Because I like the idea of having a roundtable discussion of what people really liked and what they expect for Season 3. I don't want to be the only one talking about it. That being said, a couple of random points of news. First off, there is a psychological study going on by the Brony group who has been doing it in the past, and this one is much more in depth. It will take a half hour to 45 minutes of your time, but I urge you to do it, because the more data you get, the better it is, the more accurate of a picture, and I think it would be really cool to have a psychological profile of the entire community as a whole. So, if you're interested in psychology and don't mind spending a little bit of time working on that, go check it out. Hopefully it's still running by the time I post this. We'll see. I also happened to read the Rolling Stone article that featured Daniel Ingram. I did not expect that unbiased to good of a review, given some of the things we've seen in the past, but they are very, very fair, and even mention Alex S. and Living Tombstone in the article, which was kind of a surprise to me. But that was really cool. On the music scene, I actually have been listening to a ton of stuff because I've been using the tablet a lot more than I expected to. I got the idea for Project Horizon's fan art, which I told you about last week. But then, I've been meaning to do something like this and was planning on waiting, but I actually finished in about 3 or 4 hours something that we've always said that our dog has a rather special brain. She doesn't understand things. I love her to death. She's adorable, but she's kind of dumb. We've always said that she had a cotton candy brain, because she's very fluffy. And I made some very weird, surreal artwork of Pinky showing her cotton candy brain. So if you'd like to see that, I'll post a link in the description. But the point behind that was that I've actually been listening to tons and tons of Brony music, which up until now I have actually almost completely avoided just for lack of interest. I am incredibly ADD and don't spend a whole lot of time on the computer, which is a bit ironic given how much time I throw into these recordings. Besides that, I didn't even talk about the music. I mentioned it, and then I didn't even talk about it. There is a single video by Mindcog that is an epic film score for Antipodes. It is fantastic, and it made me want to go finish the Antipodes painting I'm working on for TrotCon. I didn't finish it yet, but I've made a lot of progress, so I thank him for the inspiration. Beyond that, there was also an album that caught my eye. There is a bunch of stuff added to the music playlist, by the way, but these are things that are specifically noteworthy. One of them is an album by Agile Dash called Love and Generosity. I really, really liked this. I will post a link to that and to Mindcog, and then anything else that you feel like checking out will be in the music playlist as well. Also, cool stuff. People are working on an animation project for Past Sins. Look at it. It's really cool. It's just a 1.5-minute clip of Spell Nexus wandering around the woods, but it's fancy. James Cork also has a PMV that I didn't see until recently, but it's done in the style of the 25 years of Pixar, but with MLP, and it's very touching. I think you guys should see that. I loved it. It made me smile, and oh man, it was really cool. Now, I only have two more things. One, and very important, this is non-brony news, but I wanted to mention it anyways. Legend of Korra, if you liked Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, Legend of Korra has started just like a week or two ago. So MLP ends, and while we're in the off-season, we get Legend of Korra. It's fantastic. It is even better than the original series, and has a very similar dynamic from the writing team, and the art direction is amazing. They have such a high budget compared to the first series. The backgrounds are so pretty. So very pretty. And the storyline thus far, there's this 1920s aesthetic to everything. There's gangsters and triads and like early tech and gaslighting and pollution everywhere and this grimy film over everything. It's so pretty. It is really, really cool. That is something that is more than worth taking a look at. Finally, for this short episode on a Tuesday in April, I want to take a moment to really go over something with you guys. I have, as of recording this, almost 300 subscribers and about 30,000 views. I don't even know what to say to that. I can't believe that you guys just come back week after week to just listen to me talk. It's amazing. And I really want to thank you guys, because it just doesn't... Who would have thought that people would have come to this channel? EQD has never posted any of my stuff. I've tried. Believe me, I have. I've sort of given up on them ever featuring the show. Either this or the dramatic readings. Maybe they will when I finish Past Sins, but I kind of doubt it. But without their help, there are 300 of you guys around the world who actually care about what I have to say. All I do is talk about ponies. I talk about people's fanfics and occasionally art and music, but that's it. You guys come here to hear my opinion about other people's fanfics. That's awe-inspiring. So thank you guys. Thank you for coming back week after week. Thank you for being amazing. If you're commenting, thank you for your opinions, and if you're not, I hope that the show has progressed in a way that you really enjoy. And just, thanks for stopping by. Even if this show were to end tomorrow, I wouldn't feel like I'd wasted any time. Even if Hasbro were to ask me to take it down, because I've made a bunch of new friends who are all really cool people, so thank you. I guess that's all I really had to say. Next week, Past Sins 12. We will be talking both about the end of the season a little bit, unless I manage to get everybody around my microphone. And I will be talking about the episode far more in depth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait till next week. This is Vostos Sueños signing off. Safe travels, every pony.